You know, George, in the middle of the day, I'm awake. I'm not 100%, and I just think about sex. And then what ruins the moment? My fucking freaking Febreze alarm system beeping. I'm like, fuck, the moment's gone. Oh, well, time to start my day.
Great, yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the PodXCast. I am your host, as always, Joseph Prano. Each and every episode, I bring you a guest, either a friend, a co-worker, a hobo, or maybe a pilot. Today, it's a friend. George is back for his fourth. I forgot.
What's up, guys?
It's our 7th episode, lucky number 7.
George P. here. That is the name I'm thinking about going under as an author.
So you finally...
legit. What do you think about the name George P.? I think it sounds better than George Papandreou. Because
I thought we were...
Because not only...
Oh, no, I was thinking the comparison of George P. versus It's Just George. That's...
no, It's Just George. I think like casually I'll still go by that name online and online things.
And I will still...
But I think as an author and, in the future when I want to work on more comics, I think George P. sounds like a nice official name.
How about George Pat? No, that's gonna set you up for so many jokes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, George P is fine. In the written literal sense, then sure, go with that.
Yeah, because not only is Papandreou a long ass name.
Oh yeah,
it's also one of the.
Sometimes people with long last names can get big attention. Like Family Guy, I'm gonna butcher this name on the history of Joe butchering names.
What?
Chevy Sherry Pava. It's a Family Guy executive producer. His name is super freaking long.
Okay.
Like every time, like now he's listed as an EP. He used to be a writer and then he got promoted to EP status.
Yeah.
I see his name in every episode. It's like, I still cannot pronounce your fucking name. I apologize. Maybe you should just call you.
Hit us up on Twitter and let us know how to pronounce it properly.
Oh my god. Anyway,
one of the old prime ministers of Greece was named that, and he was known, and I don't think he has a good reputation anymore.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's just I figured George P. It's simple. I like it. That's what I'm going under on Webtoons currently for my webcomic.
Yeah, and perfect segue. So obviously for us, we haven't recorded in a while. We recorded our last episode in September. Then October was just fucking busy. It was my birthday. We'll get to that eventually. And now this is our first time recording together in November.
Yeah.
We're recording
I was really looking forward to this, honestly. This is great.
No, because this is our last stuff to do for 2018. Then the next time we meet would be for the stuff we're playing in 2019. And boy, do we have a lot planned. Yeah. We have a lot planned. Let's just hope I can get off my lazy ass. Yeah. Well, no, to be fair right now, school, work, life, games, it's like, even though games I should be putting aside for this stuff, it's like, well, you gotta admit, Spider-Man, Red Dead, we're in a fucking golden time for games right now.
Yeah, we really are.
I know you've been playing some Mega Man 11.
Yeah, I've been playing it less since I pretty much did almost everything there is to do in the game.
So are you going for
besides doing hero mode
and the platinum?
Yeah.
You should go for the platinum. You need a platinum.
I might do it in the future, but right now, working on Hollow Knight. I almost beat one of the bosses last night. I was so fucking close, and then I looked at the clock, and I was like, I need sleep.
You need sleep.
I need a fucking sleep.
Was this last night?
This was last night, yeah.
Oh my god, last night I was playing Fortnite. It was I was ready to do some work, because I just came back from a birthday party, which we'll get to that later. And I heard myself, again, we'll get to that later, but I was legit right. Okay, I'm gonna do some YouTube work. I'm gonna get some of my homework done. Legit I get a text at the very same time as two of my friends. Literally, they were both on Fortnite. They literally sent me a text at the same fucking time. It was I heard two messages. Oh, who could that be? It's
Ayo, pull up on Fortnite. Ayo, pull up on Fortnite.
And I ended up spending 2.5 hours playing on Fortnite. I didn't get up till 1:30.
Oh, Jesus.
And I had to go to work I had to go to work today, so I'm like, fuck, I need sleep. Plus, I've been drinking a little bit too much, so
I work Monday through Friday, so I'm good.
You're good. You have a weekend. I don't have a weekend.
I'm honestly thinking... I'm not sure if I want to. Thinking about getting a second job. I might not. I don't think I will. Mm-hmm. But recently I thought well, I do have the weekends free.
Yeah, but at least keep the first have the job you have right now as more of a get a rhythm going, and then maybe if you can tackle on some more extra stuff, go ahead. I wouldn't say do that right now.
Yeah,
maybe 2019 you can potentially look for that.
Yeah, I'm not the kind of guy who gives details, especially since I have signed contracts about my job. But I will let you guys know this now. My current job, it's one of the best fucking jobs I ever had.
Really?
It really is. Oh my god, I love my current job. Now,
do you love it at the sense of, like, do you like going in every week, or do you love it in the sense of, like, this is a guaranteed paycheck each and every time?
The first one, honestly, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
You know, I tolerate everything. It's a great work environment, is what I mean. You know, it's not something that's, like, very negative.
Oh, okay.
I like the attitude everybody has there.
Oh, that's good. Well, I was about to say the reference to why that has been like, okay, yeah, I'll stop it there.
Yeah.
But recently, so let's catch people up what we've been doing the last 2 months, because we haven't recorded in a while. This is our first thing we're doing right now. We're doing a bulk recording session with some other stuff. So the last time you were on, you announced that you were going to make your very first ever web comic strip, and now it's launched. You got the first 3 strips / episodes down the pipeline.
Yeah.
Those are done.
Yeah, Typical Campus, that is my web comic. It's out. Holy shit.
You got 3 episodes.
I got 3 episodes now. I am a web comic author. Now
you have to keep that going.
Yeah, now I gotta keep it going.
You gotta make the money to pay the artist so you can get more writing going to make more of these.
Yeah. You know, it's a lot of hard work. I know that. I'm currently, you know, I'm trying to be as creative as I possibly can. This is probably, my creative process hasn't really changed.
But this is this is the time right now where your creative juices are more, you know, they're more alive.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot. It's not just like.
Because they need to be.
Because it's not just a hobby. Well, it is a hobby, but it's like now you got a schedule. You got things to keep up with.
Yeah. This is my first legitimate writing project. Mm-hmm. I can put this as a credit on something.
Oh yeah. This counts as something because you're writing material. I mean, regardless if check it out on. I don't have the link here. Future Joe, just type the link here. There's generally not that much writing going on, but it's still like you're still creating the scenarios.
Yes,
and that still takes time.
Yeah, and you know, like freelance writing for like television shows, film. That is what I plan on getting into in the future. And so I can tell people, hey, you know, this is what I've worked on in the past. Yeah, it did cost money for me.
Well, yeah, well, hopefully this will eventually make do, hopefully.
Exactly. That's the idea.
Maybe you could pitch this to Comedy Central for an animated series.
Yeah.
I mean, South Park ain't gonna last forever.
I mean, Cyanide and Happiness, that's a comic strip series that...
Never heard of it. Yeah. I'm sorry. I got a lot of other things going on. I'm sorry, George.
It's not stick figures, but it's like a box with like sticks for arms and legs and like a simple head. Okay. They got an animated series on YouTube and they're actually pretty funny.
Okay. Well, so hopefully you'll be able to put your show on that market.
That would be fun, but
I told you, George, I got the contract written out. Just sell me the franchise rights, and we can launch a whole.
You want the distribution rights?
I'm just taking a marketing class right now, so I'll come back to you when I'm done with that class. But maybe I don't know. I mean, the good thing is eventually this is all your creation, so you can take it wherever you want to go next after maybe the webcomic ends, and maybe you want to take it to another medium.
Yeah, if anything, I am in full control of this series, which I love. My artist. You know, I fully respect my artist, you know, but a lot of the stuff that you see in there, little details and things, a lot of them are from her, and the comic is a lot better because of that.
Oh, yeah, that's good. It's good to have a creative partner that respects your work, but also is able to, like, add her own flair into things.
Exactly. And, you know, in the future, I would love to hire guest artists and things like that, so... you know, just to get variety into the
of course.
comic.
Just my recommendation, don't like stray too far from the style, because for me, no offense, because I watch a lot of animated shows, a lot of animes, it's like the style your artist, I'm not sure if I can reveal the gender,
you can. She has a public personality.
She I didn't know, because you said like my artist, like, oh, maybe I can't talk about the
artist.
No,
my bad, I should have said.
But no, like what like her style is unique, but it's just like it was a little bit jarring for me to get like 100% on board with, because it's not something I'm used to. Because it's I used to see anime every other week. Now it's, you know, My Hero Academia is over, all that stuff. Dragon Ball Super is the only one, but the style was so different, it was jarring. But I've grown accustomed to it. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I fucking love the art style actually. It's, you know, let's say cartoons like Rick and Morty, Family Guy. Those are very cartoony, exaggerated features, things like that. Whereas anime, everybody knows that art style.
Yeah, of course.
Highly detailed. Looks more realistic, but still that flair of the fantastical in there. What I love about this art style is that it is cartoony, but it doesn't look like...
The last episode reminded me a little bit more like an anime. A little bit.
Yeah. It's cartoony, but with enough detail in there so that it looks good. You know?
Oh, no, it does. Your artist did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what... Because I think me and Alan been vocal about this. Like, we don't want to review it now because it's still too early. Like, you can't review 3 stars. I'll wait till 10. I'm not sure how much he wrote. Maybe he'll explain next year. But
yeah.
So you did that. I just been stuck doing schoolwork. School hit me fucking hard.
I do not blame you. You have been off the fucking grid, bro.
I wasn't off the grid. I'm still like trying to like keep my communications going.
Yeah, we still talk obviously, but like I can definitely tell you're in.
Yeah, because my schedule is I go to school 2 times a week and I go to work 5 times a week, and then my limited time afterward it's either dividing between the massive game backlog I have. God, I can't wait for this holiday season because I'm just going to play a shit ton of games just
I
to
have
catch
a
up.
huge backlog too, yeah.
Yeah, because usually like holiday season is like the year's over. No one's going to release a new game around that time. People are just buying all the games for like what they got for Christmas and stuff like that. That's the time where you just binge all that shit out.
Yeah.
I think the game I'm looking more forward to spend a lot more time in is Red Dead 2, Smash, and... I think by that point, sadly, Spider-Man will be done for me. I think I'll 100% Spider-Man by then because we still got the DLC to go, and I would love to talk to him about you, but you still don't have the game. But, well, maybe soon.
Hey, Black Friday that is an option that is coming up soon.
Oh, another option. Who knows?
I plan on getting that. I actually really want to get Tetris Effect. That's something
I've
we
been
gotta
hearing a lot of. I was
Gamers.
just on Twitter today. I'm just seeing all these personalities involved. They're just raving about Tetris Effect. Like I spent 6 hours playing Tetris Effect. Like this is just Tetris.
It's literally just Tetris.
How is
that
this,
looks kind of nice.
How is this? I'll play it. Like maybe we'll do it next year for next season for Couch Gamers. But like, how is this game like getting so many people's attention?
Yeah, and you know how much of a big fan.
Oh no,
I
know.
Of Tetris
I know.
Too, so.
You could check out the Meme Bean episode, which was is it similar?
It's similar.
It's similar.
It's what I know. What I know about. Oh, you good?
Okay.
Things fell on desk. Technical difficulties. What I love about Puyo Puyo is that it's way more competitive.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Tetris is more like it is single player. It is simple brain training, things like that.
Oh no, yeah.
That's what I love about Tetris. It's definitely one of my favorites.
You've been campaigning to get Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Couch Gamers lineup.
Yes,
and we will. I can confirm.
Eventually,
I can confirm right now. We will be doing it at some point in season 3, i.e., next year. That will happen.
Yeah, there's no rush to do it, but it would be fun.
Yeah, of course. Trying to see what else we've been up to before we head into the topics. Trying to think. This is the thing. Like, what I'm not thinking. It's like, oh, I got this, I got that, and then it's like, oh.
Well, you are planning one event for around the Christmas time.
Yeah. So
you have that in the idea.
Yeah. Oh well, we can talk about. So I had my birthday. My birthday just happened.
Yeah.
That happened too. We got to see Halloween.
Yeah, that was
pretty great movie. A lot of people, like a couple of people we know, weren't really big fans of it. So it's like, and then I heard more comments online like, yeah, it's a good movie, but it's like it's not what Halloween was. And I'm like, well, yeah, this is Halloween for a new generation / respecting the old one. I think it did a pretty good job doing that. Yeah, I can't wait to see the sequel because they already confirmed the sequel.
Yeah, Halloween is a masterpiece, guys. You can't sorry, you can't ignore that. Like it has actually.
Well, this one came close. It did a really good job.
Yeah, no, undoubtedly. The thing is about Halloween is that it is important to the film industry,
yeah, of course,
especially for the horror genre. So the fact that it was so innovative for the time, it's like.
How can you top that?
And the sequel, that's not possible. But the sequel
was
they
close.
did good.
It was close.
Well,
not close. It's like halfway close.
Yeah, I was not expecting it to top the original Halloween because that would be really
hard,
really difficult. You would have to come up with new filming techniques.
Yeah,
to do that.
Yeah,
shit.
and then I don't.
And they weren't interested in that. They just wanted to make an effective.
Maybe the sequel. What are we gonna call the next sequel? Halloween 2 or Halloween 3?
I don't.
Because we have Halloween, then Halloween, so we're gonna call the next one Halloween again.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Hey, are you going to go see the sequel to Halloween? Yeah. Oh, what's it called? Halloween.
Oh
Wait,
god.
What?
Oh god, I feel
that was so great.
The future us is gonna have many questions / many answers for us in the future. Oh, I turned 21 this birthday, so I'm now legal.
Did.
I'm legal to drink. I talked about that in the Let Joe Talk episode. Check that out as well. I enjoyed it. That was a great weekend. And then right now, November, planning the next big event for our group of friends for Christmas, which has to do with Smash Ultimate, which I'm fucking excited for.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Then right now, like coming up, like I just had now I can talk about the story. So recently, last night, when we're recording this, I went out with a friend to his birthday party, got some ramen. Pretty good ass ramen.
Okay.
And in an act of faith, let's just say, it's like the world was finally against me for the first time in many years. I'm kidding. The world has always been against me, but we were walking towards a bowling alley in the city, and we were lost. When I mean lost, is like we knew where it was, but we didn't because we were so discombobulated with all the walking. It's like what direction it was. And then out of nowhere, one of his friends said, "Oh, it's down. We got to go down that way." It's like okay, that's fine. And then I looked to my left and guys, it's right there. But it's like my friend. It's like he didn't like me being right. So for some weird reason, there's a chain link. In between, in the middle of this walkway to get to the bowling alley. And I'm walking towards it, obviously just to jump over it. Because, this is me we're talking about. I love jumping over things.
Okay.
And then he said, "You better not trip over, Dad." And guess what fucking happened? It was like, I'm going to prove you wrong. I jumped. However, my right foot, I didn't lift it hard enough. And the tip... I forgot the terminology for it. Yeah, but the chain hit it, and it's like in that 1 second, oh fuck.
Oh, I need to see somebody animate this now.
Oh my god. I will probably review it. And I still remember, so I landed on my elbow, and I'm still fine. There's no little bump. It's not black, it's not bruised.
Okay.
So, and my arm was a little bit hurt. And for some reason now my neck is also impacted, which I wasn't feeling. I don't remember that part.
So that's what was up with your neck today.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
And work today was just really fucking uncomfortable because it's I got a crack, but there's also that little ball of pain. It's it's not going away. Mm-hmm. I have to rest there for a couple of days before it goes away, and I got more work, I got more school, so it's where am I gonna? I guess I have
pain doesn't take a holiday.
Oh, does it? Oh my god. But otherwise, yeah, last time was a fun night. Besides me busting my ass. I
like to think that him saying you better not trip is what distracted you and what led you to tripping.
No, he said that 15 seconds before.
Okay, so it was just on your own account. All right.
Well, yeah, but it was maybe I'm gonna prove this fucking bitch wrong, and then it just happened. It just happened. Oh my god.
That's
I made
great.
A quick recovery. I wasn't gonna stay on the ground. It's no, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna pass off the dust and get started on this night. Which I only stayed for an hour because I was I had to go pick up your comics. I'm you know what? I just want to go home. I drank enough. And what's coming up? Your birthday's coming up.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna be 20. I don't really.
Your 20s have begun soon. These are your last days as a teenager.
I guess because the thing is, I'll admit. I have not felt like a teenager in years, if I'm being perfectly honest. I have felt like I have been an adult for a long time, considering, won't go into detail, but, things that happen in life, I have felt like an adult for a very long time now.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But it's interesting. I don't necessarily care that badly right now. I know that I'm going to go all out for my 21st birthday.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's gonna happen. We're gonna do something big.
On my birthday, this year, I'm probably just going to meet up with a friend or two and just chill out.
Okay, that's fine. That's always a good, as long as you're with good people, good food, or good drinks, or good something, you're fine.
Yeah.
All right. Now that you're all caught up on our lives and I'm well filled, I drank literally most of my water bottle.
Yeah, you drank most of your water in the first 20 minutes.
Well, to be fair, I've been talking 6 hours straight, not on a podcast, but literally at my job. So it's I need some hydration.
Yes.
All right, so I guess I'll kick it off this week. George, 2018 is coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
We're approaching 2019. We got a lot of shit to worry about 2019. A lot of fucking things to worry about. And also enjoy about. However, George, throw that away for a second. I just want you to think about how would you feel if you're in your current age, your current likes and interests in 1998. 20 years ago.
Oh yeah. I remember.
So my topic is how would you react if how would anyone react if you were in this generation right now and around our age, and then you go back 20 years, still everything's the same except you're in that time period.
Okay, so I would be.
You're still 19. You're still 19. It doesn't matter. The age is the same. Your body's the same size. Sorry, George. There is no taller version of you in the story. But the only difference is that you're in 1998.
Yeah. Okay. So I grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
In that case.
Yeah, and so you would be born 1978, pretty much.
Yeah, and I would be born 1978. I'd grow up during the whole. God damn, growing up in the 80s.
We would have the thing.
That'd be interesting. I'm not going to say oh my god, that would be amazing, but it would definitely be interesting.
I mean, our childhood aspect wouldn't really have changed that much. To become the only thing different is that we would swap our GameCubes for an NES.
Yeah, most of my favorite games are from the SNES.
So you being at the time period, but the problem is they would have been
they would have been new. So I doubt that I would have been able to afford all of them. So I probably wouldn't have been exposed to games like Earthbound.
Oh yeah, because Earthbound was so expensive back then.
And it was so rare, nobody heard of it.
Well, because
I knew the reason why I'm such a big fan is because I watched the Let's Play on YouTube, which is obviously not in the question.
Was it Sugar Conroy's Let's Play or someone else's?
It was John Paula's Let's Play.
Don't know who that is. I know John Tron.
You remember the old YouTube series, Microwave This?
I may have heard about it, but I never.
These three guys actually
microwave everything.
Yeah, microwave everything.
I know.
And they specialized. They renovated their garage in order to do this.
Oh my god!
And so they would, they did it safely. It was
obviously.
It was crazy. John Paulo got his start on that show and did a bunch of stuff later. I watched his Let's Play.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, like I'm saying, I feel like most in terms of video games, my favorites, I probably wouldn't afford those. Because games back then were what? $80?
So what you had? So yeah, it was still $80.
Yeah, so maybe
maybe 60, 80 around that age, because it was still a brand. It was a niche market, so it was going to be expensive.
So maybe I would. I'm thinking
Atari?
This is just a guess, but maybe I would be less interested in video games.
Well, there was still the Atari.
There were still things like that, but I'm saying financially, I might not have been exposed to as much. Well, I would probably still be very nerdy in general, but I'm saying just video games. I'd probably have a little bit less.
You'll be a little late to that party.
Yeah.
The only thing bumming me out is that there was no good Spider-Man game at the time. And
yes,
I can't imagine.
That is correct. Although comics back then were fucking $1.50, so I'd be on that shit.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'd be hanging out at the fucking corner store every day, just chilling.
Now here's but now let's take it to the context of where we would be in 1998. So N64 is out. I think PS1 just came out. I really don't know. Xbox is. I know. It's still a couple years away. Yeah. So that would be our generation.
Okay. I'm sorry, Joseph, but I got to get this out of the way first. You and I, we both know that we would be on Team Frasier instead of Team Friends. Because if anybody doesn't know, back then those two shows competed a lot. Back in the day for ratings and things.
Oh no, Frasier!
I would be watching Frasier.
No, Frasier had the one season event. Frasier was the champ for a season, then Friends came about, and then that was the true competition.
Yeah. But I feel like I would be the kind of guy who's just I watch Frasier, not Friends. Yeah. Well, that's just for shits and giggles.
Well, the problem is Frasier and would have started in 93. I would have been 13. No, I would have been 16. No, now I'm getting my own ages confused. I
probably would have watched it, I'm going to say. Considering it's on TV. Well, how many channels would there be, Joseph? There wouldn't be that many channels. So.
No, you want to know something funny? And there's also another reason why I wanted to do this topic. Was that I was into Cheers because of you.
Yes.
Son of a bitch. You made me spend 22 years in this entire sitcom universe.
Yeah.
Did not bother with the Tortellis. That show fucking sucks. Please ignore that series when you get to that point. That weird spinoff with the Italians.
Yeah.
I was on a little bit of I wanted to see, how did they promote TV back then? How did they promote, like, in the 70s and 80s? So I watched some of those promos. It was like, God, how would I react seeing those promos at that time period?
Yeah.
It was, like, I just imagine, it's like, this would be fucking weird, because it's like, for me, it's like, I need a computer.
There's word of mouth, too.
Oh, yeah.
That is a big factor.
I mean, with Frasier...
But, it's undoubtedly interesting, because most of the influential things in our lives were because of something that is non-existent back then.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think, what would I be exposed to? I think I'd be exposed to...
I think we'd still be in the nerd culture, I think.
I think we would still be in the nerd culture.
We would just probably get our asses kicked more often.
Yeah, no, we would be...
No, because
we'd get beat up as children.
No, because even growing up in the 2000s, like, we saw TV shows where, like, the wimps and the nerds got their asses kicked by the big boys, and then when I got to those points, it's like, well, besides middle school, it was like, high school, it's like, I had none of those problems.
No.
I was not
at all.
We were in a group of those people, and we never had problems. We had a couple of problems, but we weren't, like, in the terms of, like, getting into fights or being beat up or getting swirlied or anything. We never had those problems.
No.
So it was like, how would the culture, how would our lives be changed had those happened to us in the 80s and 90s if we were still alive then?
Yeah. I was picked on a little bit in elementary school, but not that much.
Mm-hmm.
And the people who did that eventually did grow up.
So
that is literally my only experience with that kind of stuff. But back then, we would probably be not outcasted, but
I mean, to be fair, like when I say you and me, like, well, we would obviously take some of our own people with us, so we would still have friends.
Yeah,
we wouldn't be lonely as fuck. So
yeah, we would just be a bit more socially awkward. I'm gonna say.
Well, yeah, because we don't have the social medias, we don't have the computer. Well, there was a computer where it was like dial-up modems, freaking getting the AIM. I would just buy a shit ton of cereal box and could just get the free hours.
Yeah.
But I don't like any of those fucking series. Like, I think it was the Captain Crunches that got the big promotions, I believe. Like, they got 250 free hours on a disc.
Again, this is 1998. So...
yeah. I mean...
It's still rare,
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't... Like, the concept of me... Like, I love going out. I wish I would go out more often. I'm just fucking lazy.
So do I, but like, I've been doing it a bit too much lately.
Oh yeah, but just imagine like having to actually call someone on their house phones and like making sure like you're gonna meet me in the city right at this specific time. Because right now, if we make a mistake, I just text you. Oh no, take a left here and then you're here. It's like, how would that work? In
Yeah, I remember my dad would tell me like, yeah, I've made plans with friends and they wouldn't show up because shit would happen and I'd get pissed off at them all the time.
And you didn't know where they were
all the time.
I mean, because payphones, like, sometimes you don't have coins.
I'm sure, like, people still were able to meet up.
Oh, no, obviously. I'm not saying
that. Yeah, just meet me here at, this time, and...
Well, now it's so much easier, because it's like, if anything, you get a step-by-step update. Like, oh, I'm here now. So it's like, that's so much more...
Usually for me, I just say, like, all right, I'm on my way, and then I say, all right, I'm almost there.
And then I'm here.
And then I'm here.
Yeah, that's more easier. But it's like, back then, it was like, there was a mistake. It was like there was no way to contact it. There was no way to know the truth.
Maybe people were... I like to think that people were late to things less often back then.
Yeah, maybe. Probably.
Since, like, there was more of an urgency, Yeah,
because there was no, like, hey, like, calling in the middle of the way is like, hey, I can't make it or something like that. Weapon.
Not my throat.
I was about to say, like, it's like, is there a ghost? Is my grandma back? What was I gonna go with this? No, another thing that I found weird, even when I was a kid, it was like when you were watching these very old, like, quality of like VHS or when you're seeing like things.
I think I would have a VHS collection.
No, I would be off the walls. I probably would still be collecting VHSs.
Yeah, I would probably would have that.
But no, have you ever wondered when you were a kid, like when you seen the old like footage, like when you see like an old show like Cheers or like in the original quality, not the remastered quality.
Yeah.
When you see it like that, was that how you perceived the world to look like back then?
Yeah.
Thank you. Because I look like, how would I couldn't look like that.
And the thing is, like, That's interesting because frame rate back then too.
Yeah, that too.
You know, like we have watched things in 24 frames per second our entire lives.
Back then it was like very.
Well, no, what I'm saying, technically 48 frames per second is closer to reality, even though it doesn't look real to us because we're so accustomed to things.
Yeah, of course.
That's how our eyes
perceive it.
Yeah,
but
it's weird.
Yeah, no, it was weird. Like
frame rate is fucking strange.
Yeah, that's why I don't bother with the technical stuff. I just focus, like, if it's 4K, if it's 1080p, that's all I care about. The bits and like the frames is like I don't really care about. I don't really care about that.
Well, I'm a dork, so
I know you love that type of shit. But with like, have you ever, like, when you saw black and white movies, that what you saw? If I thought, like, did everyone?
I didn't think that necessarily, but like I thought that like contrast and things like that. You thought that black and white?
Yeah, I thought
okay, yeah.
I thought that's how the world was.
Childhood innocence. I don't blame you.
Yeah, probably. Actually, shows like Stranger Things, like, that was that set in the 80s. It's like I could not live in that time period. Not obviously not the horror supernatural stuff. Not those elements, but like wearing those clothes, going to the mall every single day. That sort of shit. I can't do that. I couldn't do that. I couldn't. I would hypothetically survive. But I wouldn't be like, this wouldn't be, what I am.
Yeah.
Because I've been so accustomed to computers and, like, like, smartphones and the high advanced game consoles. Like, that's what I need. So.
Well, no, the thing is, we're used to it. We probably wouldn't, like, it's interesting. Like, it would, people were probably more bored back then, Like, and that's why.
There was no such thing as DVR. It was what was it? Recording?
No, it was you catch it on the TV and there you go. Unless you happen to record it on the VHS.
Yeah, of course, and I probably wouldn't know how to set up that shit.
I remember one time I heard that like Betamax technically looks better, picture quality wise.
Yeah, but the problem is,
but it wasn't as common.
No, so the reason because of that was that I just literally my marketing class, my professor literally just mentioned this like the last class.
Really?
He said the reason why Betamax like died out, it went away, then VHS became more popular, was that VHS was able to get more deals with movie studios. So like, hey, film your stuff on tape for the VHS quality. So it's like it was an easy conversion process. When Betamax is like, well, we don't have that technology, we don't have that money, so then they faded away.
Interesting.
Because it was so much harder to convert every movie. So it's like, okay, only these movies, but the sales weren't good, and VHS had a whole bigger library, so it was like, fuck it, they died out.
One day I want to own a film reel, as in like
one of those
a 30. One day I want to own like a 35 millimeter film.
Oh, those things.
Like
you want to?
Like, I know the as in I wanted like a projector and shit. Like they're very expensive. Like, but it's one of the best ways to watch a movie. Because 35 millimeter, it's technically the equivalent of 2K, not 4K, but like
2K. So
yeah.
Okay.
When old movies are the thing is when old movies are digitized, they lost their quality.
Because they're gonna have to transfer something.
Yeah, that's why 2001: A Space Odyssey was so easy to convert to 4K. Is because it was originally the equivalent of 4K.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, it's just that we now have the technology to show its real picture.
Its true beauty.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so I think
thank you, Criterion Collection.
So would you have survived back then? Like, would you have thrived as much as you are right now? Like, having the internet, writing, being able to release your webcomics there.
I'm not sure if the market for books was any more or less popular back then. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's more people reading books nowadays than there are back then, but there's certainly there are certainly less people reading comic books nowadays than there used to be back in the 80s.
No, because everything's digital.
Yeah.
It's so much easier just to upload something than...
And also the market crashed.
Oh yeah,
that too.
That happened too. Yeah, well, we won't get into that, but well, for me, I don't think I would have survived. I don't think so. I mean,
I think I would have been all right. Because I wouldn't have been used to the internet.
Well, yeah, but it was like...
I think my life would have been vastly different. I think I would have been used to going out more.
A little bit more boring sometimes.
Yeah, but I think I'd be okay.
Okay. Well, I guess that's... So if we ever wake up someday and we're like... I checked the calendar, it's like November 18th, 1998.
Sorry for that interruption. What were we talking about?
We were wrapping up on the whole, like, us in the 90s sense.
I think I'd be all right.
I think I would barely survive. I probably would be bored out of my fucking mind, and not having my TV shows.
Yeah, I don't think we would be that different in terms of personality. But I think I think our fashion sense would be different, and our sense of comedy would be different.
Probably.
You ever watch the segment on? Did you ever watch the David Chappelle show?
Nope.
The Chappelle show was fucking awesome back in the day.
Didn't the Chappelle show get a spinoff?
Did it? I don't remember.
I think I heard it was like there was a spinoff. Because I just literally watched a video about spinoffs recently. Was that there was a Chappelle show spinoff focusing on the more extreme stuff that the show cut out. Oh, yeah, canceled after a season.
Oh. Anyways, there was a segment on that show in which Eddie Murphy's brother, who actually is
Eddie Murphy has a brother? Yeah,
no, he had a pretty successful comedy career until he unfortunately died.
Okay, now I understand why he did it. I never heard of him.
Yeah, but he just so you know, he was fairly successful.
Okay, no,
considering
the Murphys have been always successful.
Yeah, he had a segment on the Chappelle show in which he would talk about his Hollywood stories, and like one of the best jokes from there was that like you could be the most gangster person alive and you would still be dressed in like neon pink if you were in the 80s.
Oh god, I could not dress in neon. I mean, I probably would have.
But that's the thing; they thought that shit was cool back then.
Well, now it's like, well, no, I would never.
Now it's just like, why did we do that? I can't wait until in the future when we're just gonna be like, why did we dress like? We don't dress too fucking crazy.
We just dress what we want. That's the thing. I mean, not everyone is wearing a black shirt, black jeans, black pants, black. I fucked that up already.
Yeah.
Anyway, George, you had something to bring to the table that is not filled with food. I should get some food.
Yeah, that is correct. And so we were talking about this a bit earlier, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a decent lead up to it. So, yeah, what I've been thinking about lately is that recently, every day, I wake up, go to work, eat, go to sleep. For like 5 days in a row. Eat, wake up, go to sleep, go to work.
Mm-hmm. Same schedule.
Yeah. The grind, basically. That's the topic I had in mind. And like, Jesus. You know, like, I'm not stressed by any means of the word. I'm not stressed.
Well, you're getting a little bored with the whole, like, this is my schedule. This is my schedule that I have to keep up with.
Yeah, I can't just binge watch a TV show anymore. I can't just.
Well, you could on the weekends, just not during
on the weekends, but like that's it, you know. And let's say somebody wants to do something for the weekend,
so you gotta cut that day.
So I gotta cut that out now. But you know, it's been all right. It's not the first time I've ever been in the grind.
Yeah, you just went off it for, I won't say why, but you went off for a little bit, and then now you're back on it.
Yeah, basically, and you know, like, we're recording this in the month of November. I don't know when it's going to be uploaded.
It'll probably be uploaded by this Friday. Friday, or the next Friday. It'll be up before Thanksgiving, I know that.
Yeah, and November is National Novel Writing Month. I am working on a novel currently, but, like, I am not making that much progress on it, because I've just been
doing a lot of things.
Well,
man. November is always like
I like I said, I run a webcomic series.
So you gotta think of that. You gotta keep the current stuff going and then focus on the more time consuming stuff.
I gotta make sure that, you know,
you're getting the bi-weeklies out.
Yeah.
I feel like with the grind, I mean, I no, you're right. I did especially feel that in my last job. Would
you say you're currently in the grind?
In a sense, yes, but my times keep change, so it's like, well, sometimes I could stay up late and maybe I can binge a show or maybe, you know, play some more games or stuff like that. And sometimes I gotta go to sleep by this time so I can get enough sleep to at least be manageable in the morning, at least 6 hours, maybe at the best. If I'm really feeling it, 8 hours. That's in a sense. But with my last job, it was more as, I gotta go to sleep by 10:30. I gotta wake up at 5:30 or 5 o'clock, depending on, like, you know, if I want to, like, make sure I'm there on time. Drive. I gotta get there. Well, I don't drive. My dad drives me. Get to the bus. Sleep on the bus. Work for like 4 hours. Take a break. Work for another 3 hours. Get a meal. Work for 2 more hours, and then I think the timetables are wrong there, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
I can go home. Spend another hour on the bus, and then take the train, take the regular bus back. So pretty much, like, by the time I get home, I'm like, I'm fucking tired. I still got to do this the next day.
Yeah, whenever I get lately, like when I've been getting home from work, I've just been like, I just don't want to do anything.
You just want to sleep.
I just want to sleep.
Well, I think for some people,
which, you know, like there's nothing wrong.
Sleep is good, but the problem is you want to do something productive. You want to, like, at least for you, at least in your sense, is like you want to finish Daredevil, you want to get some work on your novel, you want to get some work done in the webcomic. It's like I'm too tired.
I'm halfway through Daredevil season 3.
Oh, thank God! Wait, what episode? 6 or 7?
I think 6. But anyways,
I forgot about that. Like, I forgot about that season already. I'm sorry. I love that season when I was like, oh my God, I already forgot. It's been so. I felt like it was
because you like
binged. I binged.
Yeah, you binged that
in
shit,
one
bro.
day.
Yeah.
That beat Stranger Things record. Stranger Things had 9 episodes. They're about 13.
Stranger Things. Yeah, I think that's my record currently. I watched season 2 in one day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched season 1 in one day too. Shit.
Well, that was short. It was like
that was shorter.
That was only 8. That was only 8 episodes. Yeah. But
basically, like, you know,
you just want to go to bed. That's the thing.
But it's just like recently, like, you know, I've been thinking more about how, like, if you want success,
you have to say fuck your rest. You have to get to work.
Yeah, you got to say like fuck it. I got to be willing to do this every day. You know.
Well, yeah, I think go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's like people who want to go into creative careers.
They have to work a lot harder.
They don't necessarily think of the grind, basically.
They just work.
Yeah, and like, I feel like I'm doing pretty good in it. You know, I think that like, yeah, writing, I can do that every day, as opposed to like, I can't do like other professions every day. Whereas like writing, it's just like, okay, I'm okay with doing this every day. I'm okay with writing when I'm not in the mood to write.
Mm-hmm. You can do that.
Yeah, I feel like that's why I think I'm gonna be pretty good in the profession.
Oh no, yeah, and I hope for that. I guess this is also my flaw in terms of the grind is that I try to make a schedule before the next day. Is like, okay, this is what I have to do today. And then for some reason, I end up throwing half the list away. No, because it's always work. Work gotta go first. I gotta be there by 9:30. I gotta leave at 2:30. They may ask me to stay an extra half an hour, but then I gotta leave at 3. It depends on the day, and it's like when I come back.
That happened today. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I want to go home. I want to play some Red Dead. I want to play some Spider-Man. It's like, oh no, I can't do that. 'Cause I gotta do my homework. And then it's like, I got another project due. Then I got the long-term projects to do. I'm like, okay, I can now play some games, right? Like, no, I got to edit the YouTube videos. I got to get some progress done.
And you're willing to do that.
Yeah, of course.
When you're not in the mood to do it. I feel like that's what's so important about the grind.
And it somehow ties into, like, how we began this episode. It's like, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm getting some rest. I'm checking on the phone, sending everyone messages so they can, respond back to whenever the fuck they want to. And I just end up thinking, like, these other stuff, like obviously sex and obviously where my life could be, like fantasy shit. And it's like, I look at the clock, I'm like, oh shit, it's been 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I should really get back to work. But no, the grind is...
It's not that bad.
It's not bad, but I think in our sense, we're in our early 20s. Well, you're about to be in your early 20s.
Yes.
I feel like now it's like we're still in that age where people are still in college. People are still like they have all this energy built. It's like, yeah, I could do a 40-hour work week. And then when we get older, it's like it becomes monopolist. It's like eventually you'll get married, you'll have kids. So it's like you go back to the house, you gotta eat dinner with the kids and the family. Then maybe get a couple of maybe 1 hour of you time, and then go to sleep and redo the same process again. I think we would have to have this reevaluation when we get like older, possibly when we're more close to getting married or having kids or around that time. Like, how does that change everything?
Yeah.
In terms of like now with that sense of the grind, not just work related, but like in the family sense, like this is your position in life from now on. So it's like, how do you fit everything else in?
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, right now I think we're privileged in that like we don't. I won't say like we don't have families. We don't have like we don't. We can say that. I can say that comfortably. So it's just work, school, our own creative projects, hang out with friends. That's our lives.
Yeah.
And maybe we can add some other things in there, and that's fine. That's fine. We're always doing something every week, so it's like the grind doesn't feel monopolist. It just like there's always something to look forward to. Like this Saturday, I'm gonna go see Fantastic Beasts 2. Like, so I gotta get through another 4 days of work and then 2 more days of school, and like I get to see Fantastic Beasts 2. There you go. So it's like the grind is always like I get what you mean, but it's like for me, it's like the grind has just become my schedule. I mean, to be fair, I prefer the grind over going to school 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Do you think you can go back to school 5 days a week schedule? Do you think? Like going to school every single day for 5 days? No job?
Maybe.
I don't think I would.
Maybe. Depends on what time I start the day.
No, like the usual, like you wake up fucking early in the morning.
No. I will not be able to do that again.
I don't think, because it's like we're so used.
I can't get up at 6.
We're so used to sleeping in on certain days. It's like I cannot imagine myself waking up 6 a.m. every single day for 5 days. I cannot.
That shit like hurt after a while.
I don't think it hurt me, but like it got boring after a while, because it's like you got your friends, you got some fun activities to do at school, but it's just like work. 40 minutes for 8 classes, 7 classes, a freaking generic ass lunch.
Yeah.
Which I still ate. I still ate my fair amount of. We'll talk about that someday. But it was like
I didn't.
That you didn't. Oh my god, we should tell our lunchroom story someday.
Oh yeah.
Should we get permission? Do we need permission?
From?
A lot of people.
Probably.
I think we can admit. I think we can admit names there, but
we did some wacky shit back in our high school days.
I ate a lot. I ate a lot of shit, literally. Anyway, I don't think I would survive.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Did I ever tell the vending machine story? I'm not gonna do it right now the
vending machine story. I don't remember.
Okay, I'll tell it one day.
You'll tell it 29. Stay tuned.
I'll have to check whether I ever mentioned it in any videos or not.
I don't remember. I don't think you did. I mean, I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I would go back. I can't go back to school in like the 5 days. I can't, because it's like I need money. I want to work.
Yeah.
And it's like, doing 5 straight days is like, when it comes to homework, it's like, I got 2 extra days. I don't have to do this homework tonight. It's like, no, I have to do homework tonight.
Yeah.
It's due in the morning. So it's like, oh, fuck, I got to do it. I don't think I could. Like, I know some people, like, who are in college, they do, like, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays. They do that schedule. And, well, most of them live on campus, so it's like, that's manageable. But for me, it's like, I commute, so it's like, I can't do that. I can't go back to 5 days. I can't. I would rather work for the rest of my life than go back to 5 days of school. That's my personal opinion. Like, you agree to disagree.
And, there's a lot of people who feel that way.
I feel like school when we were kids, it was something like, and I don't even know how we got to this tangent. It was something like we were forced to do, and we got used to it. But then when we got out, it's like
we didn't need education.
We did need it. We need some parts of it.
Yeah, like there were things in school that we actually needed to know.
And something. Well, there was something we should have like. There should have been some classes about how do we do our taxes. How do we?
There should have been, yes.
How do we manage a home if we're gonna eventually be homeowners?
I had a class similar to like
in high school or college.
High school.
Okay.
It was called business class, but like we talked about a lot of shit besides running a business. That was great because I actually learned how to buy a fucking car there, which I will do one day.
Someday.
But anyways, we needed school because we needed that sort of overshoot of responsibilities, so that way we can handle the responsibilities we currently have. So, if you're in high school listening to this, don't worry, man. It's all good. Just chill out once you're home, get your homework done.
And then eventually, once your 4 years are over, then you will have a much easier time.
It's not going to be easy transitioning, but you'll get through it.
Well,
just like everybody else does. We're good.
Well, some people can. Like, some people that I still know.
Some people have a hard time doing it, but,
some people I know, like, I don't talk to anymore. Like, they're still in, like, that mindset. Like, what do I do in my life? Like, I'm 20, 21 years old. I'm not in school. I'm in a job. And it's like, well, what am I going to do in my future?
Yeah, but, people find their way, I think, really. So,
I feel like
it's all good, man.
I feel like the right step for certain people in life is to find someone that could support you. And so, even though, like, shit can get rough at work or maybe school or whatever you're doing, it's like you always have that one person to rely on.
I hate to disagree, but I feel like friends in your life are able to fill that gap as opposed to a partner in life.
Yeah, but I was talking to like one of my best friends who is going to be on hopefully the next couple of episodes. Well, not like the next. He's not going to be in 2 episodes. But it's like he's coming up on the line.
Okay.
I just had a phone call with him recently, and we were talking about like we got a little bit like deep and personal about like future in terms of a romantic sense, and he talked to me like he's like him, and like he's like successful. He's got a great job right now. He's technically already graduated. He's working on his master's right now.
Yes.
But he said like he told me like, yeah, honestly, after even with all this, it wouldn't be worth it because it's like if I go home like to a big ass mansion or a big house, it's like if no one's there to greet me, it's like what's it worth? Like he knows like he has me, he has another best friend of ours, he has the group we're in and other friends, but it's like he kind of wants someone like in a loving sense to go home to.
Yeah,
like,
he wants a partner.
Yeah, of course. And I feel like everyone, even though they say I don't want a partner or I just want to be alone, it's like I feel like deep down you kind of do want someone to like. At least at the end of the day, like you can vent to, you could probably do like say some things you probably wouldn't say to your best friend because like that's your, in a sense, romantic partner. They're supposed to like feel you in a different way, and I don't, for once I don't mean in the sexual way,
yeah,
but I mean like in a very metaphysical, deeper sense,
emotional,
emotional state.
Yeah.
So that's what I presume for things to be. I have no experience considering the fact I haven't been in a relationship, so I have no. Insight into this. I know you have some insight to it, so
yeah. I just think that it's optional in life, to be honest. Like I obviously agree with the fact that like yeah, it improves certain aspects of life so much.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that there are many things that you can do in life in order to sort of fill that gap.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just my opinion, though. I perfectly understand if somebody else doesn't feel that way and
they want to find someone.
And they want to find somebody.
Because I bring this up because I just started watching another podcast. So this isn't like I'm going to like shout out another podcast, but it's my own podcast. Yeah. I'm not doing that. But there's an actor I follow, Michael Rosenbaum. He has his own podcast. I think that's a great podcast. And he talks about how his current journey is like he's 40 something years old. He wants to find a partner, but it's just so hard in this current world. Like it's hard to find someone to like that is like they like you for you. They still love you. It's like it's kind of hard to find that, especially the more older you get. So what I presume is that when people are in their 40s and their 50s, they still don't have anyone. It's like, at least for me, in a biased sense, it's like, why are you not married? Why you don't have kids? And it's like, well, maybe they don't want to, or maybe they have a tough time finding that. Because I'm going to butcher the actress, like, didn't Jennifer Aniston get married a few times? And
Aniston?
Anderson.
Anderson.
No, Jennifer Aniston. Aniston, yeah.
Okay, yeah, her.
Didn't she just get divorced again, but she still doesn't have a kid?
Huh. I do not know.
I don't mean to be disrespectful or anything. It's like some people are just unlucky.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's God or someone saying.
Oh God! Do you know Keanu Reeves? Sad story. That is so unfortunate.
I remember
what he's gone through in his life.
I remember the story, but I don't remember the story. Like I remember.
Basically, he lost his sister. I'm forgetting the details, so please, I apologize if I do get any of this story wrong. I believe he lost his sister, and he lost his wife right before The Matrix came out.
Ooh.
And
so he was married. I thought he was just.
I think he was married.
I thought he just had a girlfriend.
I think it might have been his girlfriend, and he just currently lives alone, to my knowledge.
In the city.
He's
close by. We just never.
He really is. He's just chilling. Like
we never ran into him.
Yeah, I'm just saying because of these sad things I've heard about this actor. I have a lot of respect for him.
Oh no, I think he's a great actor. He's a really down to earth. Actually, funny.
Yeah, he just seems like a chill dude.
No, want to know
a very respectful person.
You want to know a funny story that sort of connects these two things in our interests? Is that this is solidifying why Keanu Reeves is such a good guy, and he also is very caution on certain things because we both watch Power Rangers.
Yes.
So the current cast, actually now they just finished their season. Ninja Steel.
Cool.
Their story's over.
Nice.
But one of the cast members, I think it was the Pink Ranger, she met Keanu Reeves at a shooting range, which also how she I think.
Oh, cool.
And guess what Keanu Reeves did in the picture?
What?
She was with her best friend when they took the picture. Like, he didn't touch them. He was trying to avoid physical contact because if anything happens, like, hey, I didn't touch you. I didn't.
Yeah.
This picture.
Yeah, he didn't want to be rude. Yeah.
I didn't touch you.
Yeah.
Because you know how actors they're always like, I mean that's fine. Like Jason Momoa, Dwayne Johnson, they're always like the very physical sort of like. I don't
see anything wrong.
But some people are like, I kind of don't want to have problems. So it's like, yeah, you're great. It's like, but I'm not.
what's it called? Hover hands?
The hover hand.
Yeah, he did the hover hands.
Yeah. The hover,
it looks funny, but like, you know, yeah.
He's trying to cover his ass.
He does it because, for, what's it called? Out of...
Legal reasons? Legal security?
I guess.
I mean, I don't think anyone's going to report...
Chivalry. There we go.
I don't think anyone's going to report on Keanu Reeves, but it's like...
Yeah.
He's just trying to cover his ass. I mean...
well, I think it's because he's trying to be a nice guy.
Well, yeah, that too.
And cover his ass at the same time.
Now, this will be our last subtopic for today because we went on a really weird tangent here with Keanu Reeves as well. And you could use this as an example. Like, what would you do if you actually met Keanu Reeves in public, not at like a big premiere for his next movie, which I think is John Wick 3 or something like that. I think that's his next movie. But besides that, how would you react if you just saw a celebrity in public? You know,
celebrity in public?
Anyone you know. And like that, like, I'm pretty sure like if I run into like... Do
I have to be a fan of them?
That's what I was like. Like, let's say we don't like... I know Ryan Gosling.
Because if I'm a fan of them, I'll approach them. If I'm not, in my head I'll be like, oh shit, that's a famous person. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Because I remember Liam Neeson.
But if I'm a fan of them, then I will approach them. Yes.
Because another fun story from my best friend who will soon be on the show. He met Liam Neeson in this neighborhood. He was actually shooting one of the movie here, and Michael.
He does a lot of movies, so yeah.
Yeah, so my friend, he went to go see. He was like walking from school. He saw that the streets were closed for production, so he walked by to try and get some pictures. And Liam Neeson was walking around like in between takes. He saw him. It's like, hey, I love your movies, and they took a picture. I'm like, oh, cool, I want to see that picture. It's like, oh, I can't do it. I signed a contract. I cannot show this picture until the movie's released. It's like, okay, it's January 2012. I guess I'll see the picture then. Or January 2013. It was a very early movie. I know that.
Yeah.
And it was like, where's the picture? Like, oh, I deleted it. I'm like, you fucking bitch. You post so many pictures on Instagram, but not.
Oh, jeez. I wonder how much truth was in that statement.
Well, no, they were filming here. That's the truth. They filmed here. Like,
so there is like what, a 20% chance of the truth?
Probably.
That's
I believe it.
fair.
I believe he meant Liam Neeson.
Okay.
Hell, Gotham filmed in my neighborhood.
They did, yeah.
Even though you don't like the show. Don't worry, it's almost over. But anyway, so how would you feel like...
Remind me to tell you something later, Joseph. Okay.
About Gotham?
Yes.
Okay, fine. But no, so how would you react to, like, let's say you're in a supermarket, you're buying some food for yourself for whatever reason, and then out of you make a subtle turn to your right, you see Robert Downey Jr., his wife, and his kids coming up to you.
Well, it's Robert Downey Jr. I am a fan of his.
Yeah.
So I will say, like, yeah, you are amazing as Iron Man. Like, may I get a picture? That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if it's somebody like
Mel Gibson, for example.
Mel Gibson.
Well,
I would be like, hey, that's Mel Gibson. That's really cool.
I respect him.
But I wouldn't necessarily approach him because, I wouldn't have a reason to do so. You know, and I would try to respect their space. No,
what I would do is, and I respect that answer. Is like in my workplace, like a lot of people like that I know personally, like I know like they like some nerd stuff. They know some actors. It's like if I ran into any one of these actors in like my workplace. And like they're wearing like the cliche Marvel hoodie. Hat.
Well, have you ever seen what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio's famous outfit that he wears in public. He wears the same like style of outfit, and whenever he goes out, it's I
forgot. I don't see nobody.
I forgot what it's called, but he also wears sunglasses and a hoodie. It's funny. Look up Leonardo DiCaprio's like outside outfit.
I'll look it up. I just want to see this. So if I ever see any of those actors in my workplace, for example, it's like let's say it's Chris Evans. It's like for some reason, why is he in College Point in New York out of this random day of the week? I wouldn't mind, but it's like I'm looking around. It's like if I say, "Oh my God, it's Chris Evans," he's gonna get swarmed, and I'm gonna ruin his day.
Well, you could say
I'm just gonna look at him.
Inside voice.
I'm just gonna look at him and say, "You good? I got you." I'm not gonna. I won't ask for a picture, sadly. But I'm like, okay, you're just a person. I'll let you live. I'll let you.
I'll let you live. Wait, what, Joseph?
I'll let you live in terms of like not getting swarmed by people.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm pretty sure that everyone's...
You might want to rephrase that sentence, okay. Joseph.
Do not worry, Chris Evans. I'm not hunting after you. Just don't retire for Captain America. Don't retire.
Don't worry.
I'm not gonna be that ass and say, "Hey, everyone, it's Captain America."
Yeah, no, I would. That would be horrible. Oh my God.
I would be a dick.
Those people are dicks.
So you're calling me a dick if I did that?
Well, no. If you say like, "Hey, everybody, it's Chris Evans,"
I would probably say, "Hey, it's Captain America." Nah, well, I mean, if I have to think of one actor, everyone would know it'd probably be The Rock. But it would be so fucking hard to hide The Rock.
Yeah, that would be very...
He's just too big.
He doesn't care about hiding himself, too, as far as I know.
Yeah, I want to know what it's like, you know, he wouldn't get anything done.
Yeah.
Like, he lives a very private life. Like, he has a private limo to the plane home. He has a private... everything is private. Like, it's not like he's going to take the bus.
Yeah, he has his own gym. He has, you know, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like he can afford it. He doesn't have to be in public ever again.
And, you know, like, Eminem, he lives in Detroit, I think.
I don't know Eminem. Like, I know Eminem.
I could be wrong, but, like, the rapper, Eminem.
No, I know Eminem.
Oh, you know who
he is.
Okay,
Eminem.
Yeah, like, you know, I remember him saying in an interview that, like, yeah, Detroit does not have, like, paparazzi like that. So, like, he can walk around, and he'll be usually fine if he's just, you know, like, in a hat or something.
In a hat. I couldn't imagine, like, you know.
Yeah,
him
so, you know, but
actually,
The Rock lives in Los Angeles, if I'm not correct.
Yeah, he lives with his girlfriend and kids.
Yeah.
Actually, funny story about that. Well, actually, not really funny. Actually, I lost what the fuck I was gonna say, so I guess we'll end it here because you know it's been an hour already.
Yeah, I think we did good.
Yeah, and so also, George, how do you think of the beard? That does not exist.
It's coming out.
I'm shaving it off in like 10 days. I'm shaving it off in 10 days.
Okay-ish. It's coming.
No, but it's got to do something in 10 days. Otherwise, I'm still shaving it before Thanksgiving because from once Thanksgiving hits, thank you, water bottle. Once Thanksgiving hits, it's like a run till New Year's.
Yeah,
because you got Thanksgiving, you got Black Friday.
I cannot wait. Like,
what, for the year to be over?
For the most wonderful time of the year.
Are you talking about my Smashdown, or are you talking about like just the general holiday season?
The general holiday
God
season.
damn you, Joy.
Yeah,
I thought you finally...
Well, no, like, the way I always see it, November is the month. I always think of it as the month of my birthday, but I also think of it as, like, okay,
Turkey.
half of it is the...
Turkey month.
No, half of it is the Halloween hangover. You're still getting over all the spooky shit, and the other half of it is preparing for the holidays.
Oh
not like necessarily celebrating them and being like, but it's like, you know, the prep time, being like, oh man, I can't wait for that. And for now, I'll eat turkey with my family and shit.
Yeah, I can't wait. But because
Yeah.
Black Friday, I'm gonna be shopping a shit ton of DVDs. Check out my Twitter that day. You're gonna see a lot of DVDs. I'm gonna have a big exception with that. Then I got finals. A lot of my workplace is gonna be fucking crowded as hell. Probably yours as well. And then yeah, it's Christmas time. Buying a lot of gifts this year.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I'll have money for it too now, so I have no excuses to buy people gifts.
You have no excuse. Finally, at last.
I will be doing it.
You know, it's my philosophy now. I'll see it when I believe it.
Okay.
And I don't mean to say that dig. It's like, well, people can say a lot of shit. It's like, you know, I'll see it when I'll believe it. Like, I'll believe The Rock is Black Adam when I see him in a movie.
Okay.
I'll believe the DCEU is a good universe once it is a good universe.
Yeah.
I'll see if Avengers 4 is titled Avengers Annihilation until it comes out.
My best get is Disassembled.
No, that sounds too well, actually, even Annihilation sounds a lot negative, so it's like...
Yeah.
I don't know, because it's supposed to be the finale, too.
True, yeah.
I would prefer Avengers Endgame.
Why didn't they just do Infinity War Part 1 and 2? I'm
No,
sorry.
That was the thing. That was the plan.
I know. They should have just kept that.
Yeah, but the Russos were like, no, they're two separate entities.
But fucking that shit.
Well, you know what, George? If you ever meet the Russos brother, preferably Joe Russo, because he shares my name, #GoJoes.
Yeah.
You can go complain to him about that.
Yeah.
But,
otherwise...
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Yeah, we got a lot of more stuff to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, guys. As always, please subscribe if you haven't. Like this episode. Favorite the episode. Share the series with you. And we will always be back with new episodes whenever the hell I get them uploaded. And we will see you guys fairly soon.
Yeah.